Chapter 4 in this course is soil acidity and alkalinity. In this chapter, we are going to learn on what is soil pH and what is the impacts or effects of soil pH toward nutrients availability and also soil microbes. And later, we are going to learn on how we could determine the soil pH in the soil and also what the apparatus is most accurate in determining of the soil pH. What is pH? The definitions of pH actually relies on its versus self. So when we go to P and H, P is referred to the potential, or some define it as a power. Meanwhile, H is referred to the hydrogens. Therefore, pH is referred to the determinations of ion hydrogen concentrations. How about soil pH? So same goes to the soil pH. We are going to determine the potentials or the concentrations of ion hydrogens that move freely in the soil solutions. So when we are referred to the soil solutions, means it should be in the aqueous form with the presence of water. So when the pH is relied on the ion hydrogens, so they are the concentration ion hydrogen itself define the soil pH. Means if you have many ion hydrogens, means you have acidic soil. So mean acidic soil, you have the very low of the pH value. Meanwhile, if you have a less of ion hydrogens, your soil become less acidic, and then the value also will increase and going up. So you can refer into the figure here, which is acidic soil. We start from the 7 and below. So 7 will be neutral form and above than 7 will be alkaline form. So why the pH is very important? So one of the importance of the soil pH will affect the nutrient availability. When we discuss on the nutrient availability, mean it will affect of the nutrients form. So directly it will affect the nutrient mobility and also nutrient availability. What does it mean? It means that nutrients which is more mobile, more available, means it easily for the plant to take the nutrients. If the nutrient become immobile, means it's very difficult plant to take the nutrients. Alright, so that's why nutrients form is very important. Nutrient availability, the more available, more easily for the plant to take the nutrients. If you refer to graph here, you can see that macronutrients from the nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, calcium and magnesium are within the range of the 6 until 8 pH of soil. So during this range, these nutrients become more available for the plant to take the nutrients for the plant uptake. However, micronutrients are preferred at the more acidic range of the soil pH. Alright, however, for the Malaysian soil, which is quite acidic, it is not really need to increase the soil pH until 7, which is neutral, which is more optimum for the macronutrients. So the range which is good for the Malaysian soil should be 5.5 until 7. 5.5 until 6.5 should be okay. At this range, we get optimum of the micronutrient as well, and also some of the micronutrients. So it is advisable to increase the pH until 5.5 and 6 should be preferable for the Malaysian soil. Another important factor of soil pH, it have impact on the soil microbes. We know that the soil microbes are very important in providing a very good health of the soil system. So in the microbe, there are many microorganisms present in the soil, such as bacteria, fungi, protozoa. So all the microbes provide a good web system for the food for the plants, and also impact the nutrient availability. So most of the nutrients normally range between 5 until 9. So with the optimum level is 7. That's why when the soil become too acidic, will impact the microbe populations, and therefore will also impact the soil ecosystem in terms of soil health and also soil nutrients availability. So it is advisable to maintain the soil become less acidic, which is range around the 5.5 until 6, as I have discussed earlier for the Malaysian soil. So how to determine the soil pH? So there are many methods of determining the soil pH, and one the easier one, which is soil pH test kit. However, not really accurate. What they have to do is, first we need to mix the soil with the indicator liquid, and then with the barium powder. Later we compare it with the color chart to know what the range of the soil pH. Then we also have a more accurate apparatus which we call as the pH meter. So there are two types. The one is the portable one, which can be directly measured at the field area. Another one is most accurate method, which using by pH meter. Need to dilute the soil first before you can measure accurate of the soil pH.